In the midst of Cinderella's drudgery, a royal decree arrived that sent a shockwave of excitement through the kingdom. A grand ball was to be held at the palace, a magnificent affair with music, dancing, and feasting. The reason for the celebration was the prince, who was of marrying age and seeking a bride. Every eligible young woman was invited, and the mere thought of it ignited a frenzy of preparation. At Cinderella's house, the atmosphere transformed from its usual gloom into a whirlwind of vanity and ambition. The stepsisters, with their grasping personalities and selfish dreams, were utterly consumed. They spent their days choosing the most elaborate fabrics, demanding new gowns be sewn, and trying on every jewel and ribbon they possessed. They pranced and preened, imagining themselves as the future princess. While Cinderella was tasked with the exhausting labor of their preparations, she mended their silks, polished their shoes, and fetched countless pins and threads, all while they bickered and complained. Amidst the chaos, a tiny seed of hope sprouted in Cinderella's heart. She, too, was an eligible maiden, and the thought of attending the ball, even for a moment, was a dazzling fantasy. Plucking up her courage, she timidly approached her stepmother and asked, her voice barely a whisper, if she might be allowed to go. The stepmother's reaction was a venomous mix of mockery and condescension. A cruel laugh escaped her lips, followed by a torrent of cutting words. You go to the ball? With what clothes? Your rags? And with what shoes? Those miserable clogs? She sneered. You are far too dirty and common. You belong here, with the ashes. Besides, she continued, her voice dripping with false sweetness, who would ever want to dance with a wretched girl like you? The stepsisters joined in, their laughter like a chorus of crows. They made a game of listing all the reasons she was unfit, from her messy hair to her worn-out hands. Cinderella's heart, which had just dared to dream, shattered into 1,000 pieces. She returned to her place by the fireplace, her tears silently falling onto the cold hearth. The cruel words and the injustice of it all were a physical weight on her chest. She watched as her stepsisters and stepmother, dressed in their finest gowns and adorned with their most expensive jewels, departed in their carriage, their triumphant chatter fading into the distance. She was left alone, with only the chirping of crickets and the crackling of the fire for company. The house was silent, but in her heart, a storm of grief was raging. She felt utterly alone and forgotten, a prisoner in her own home. But as her tears flowed, a gentle light began to fill the room, and the promise of a miracle was about to unfold. Like and subscribe for part 3.